This infuriates me. I didn't know why she's ignoring me, but it got me annoyed. What's wrong? I ask again, louder this time. Once again, no reaction. This time, I stretched my arm out and tapped her thigh, hoping she would turn her face. Mom? I ask again. What's wrong? But the moment I made contact with her, I was caught off guard. Suddenly, she turned her head at a speed that no human beings could possibly do. Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you the frozen lady on my bed. The following is a true story, and though it no longer haunts me, it certainly gives me the chills. Today, this incident still lingers in my mind, and I still can't explain what was going on. It may not sound freaky to you, but personally speaking, my irrational fear of darkness was exasperated by what I'm about to tell you. When I was a child, I had a fear of darkness. Mind you, I prefer keeping the lights on all night to this very day. But this experience really scared the crap out of me, crazy when I was young. I didn't believe in the paranormal then, and I'm not sure I do now. But one specific incident from my past changed my perspective on otherworldly things. It happened when I was 8, and I had a lot of trouble falling asleep at night. Small noises would startle me, and any time I did manage to fall asleep, I'd be awakened by the slightest of noises. The single bed I slept in was positioned across from the bedroom door, which was always open. I woke up during the dead of night, rubbing my tired eyes and sitting upright. I couldn't see anything in the pitch black of my room at this hour, though something did catch my eye. Upon closer inspection, I initially thought my mom was sitting on my bed, adjacent to my feet. I thought it was my mother because of the hair color and the silhouette she has, which resembled my mother's. She was wearing the same kind of pajamas and eyeglass frames my mother owned. But whoever was at the end of my bed looked devastatingly pale, so white that you would think she had just been pulled out of the ocean. The figure wasn't facing me, but I could see the side of her face. She was sitting silently and looking at the wall across from her. I wondered why she was so silent and still. What's wrong? I asked. The figure in front of me didn't flinch. She didn't even blink. She continued to face the opposing wall. This infuriates me. I didn't know why she's ignoring me, but it got me annoyed. What's wrong? I ask again, louder this time. Once again, no reaction. This time, I stretched my arm out and tapped her thigh, hoping she would turn her face. Mom? I ask again. What's wrong? But the moment I made contact with her, I was caught off guard. Suddenly, she turned her head at a speed that no human being could possibly do. Her eyes were wide open and her mouth was agape. She jumped off my bed, screamed as she pulled my arms off of her. I began screaming too, on instinct, pulling my bed covers over myself in an irrational attempt to shield myself from her. That's when I heard footsteps coming my way down the hall. The light suddenly came on, and there was my mom with her hand on the light switch, wondering why I had been shouting. I sat there in shock, unable to process what had just happened. My eyes darted to every corner of my room, looking for that thing which I thought was my own mother, but I couldn't find anymore. I didn't tell my mother what had happened, brushing my behavior off as a bad dream. Needless to say, I wasn't able to fall back asleep that night. My mother and my aunt were going through some old photos several years later. Curious about what they were looking at, I joined them. It turned out that the house I lived in before, the house where I encountered strange things that night, already existed long before I was born. My mother lived in the house beside it while it was being built. I learned that she was not the first person who owned our old house. The woman who did had a young daughter, and both of them tragically died young. The mother succumbed to cancer, while the daughter, a girl named Rachel, didn't survive an overdose. Looking at a picture of Rachel my mom showed me, I suddenly had a flashback of the frightening incident from my childhood. I stared at the picture and recognized Rachel, who was sporting the same glasses and curly hair my mom used to have. This was the woman who sat on the edge of my bed that night. Her face was imprinted into my memory, and there was no mistaking the resemblance. I cannot explain how Rachel came into my bedroom or why I could see her that night, though I'm not entirely sure of what the thing was. But I do know that someone was sitting on the edge of my bed before the light switched on that night. I heard, felt, and saw someone, and I'm absolutely certain this incident was not a figment of my imagination. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have you ever heard or encountered any paranormal event? Let us know in the comment below. We will draw your story and share it with the world. Don't forget to click like, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell. Please share it to your friends if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.